How's it going, everyone? It is Andrew from MAO Magic, and I'm here with the iPhone 6s battery case. And this is the actual first-party case from Apple. Now, we've covered stuff from Mophie in the past, which is obviously the leader in this segment. They've been producing battery cases for years and have a ton of patents on them, which is possibly why the reason the Apple case looks the way it does. There was a ton of criticism that came out with the initial release of this case, which was basically out of the blue. But now that everyone's had some time to kind of actually play with it, everyone's kind of starting to turn around it a little bit. Verge, 9to5Mac, The Verge, Gizmodo, I said The Verge twice there, all kind of turn around and start to like it a little bit, and I think I have too. On the bottom of the case, there is actually the headphone jack that'll go to the phone, as well as a lightning cable, because it can charge using lightning. It has this similar little rubber covers over all the buttons, and you can toggle that switch very easily. On the back, it has the Apple logo printed, and you can see basically what looks like an iPhone 4 stuck underneath the silicone. The silicone finish on this is basically the same finish that they use on the actual silicone cases, which we'll compare it to in a minute. There isn't really anything fancy here. They don't include a lightning cable, so you can't really use that. On the inside, there is a microfiber lining, just like the leather and the silicone cases that Apple sells. Both the speaker and the microphone are kind of tilted towards the front now, like they use some channeling to basically make those going towards the front, because your phone is now a little bit taller than where you would expect. If we compare this to silicone case, this is the 6S Plus case or 6 Plus case on the left and the battery case on the right. So size-wise, they're not perfect, but you can see a little bit here. And it's literally pretty much the same finish. It is a very nice, smooth silicone. I really do like the feel of these cases. And this is a case that I've had for a while here, and it's held up very well as far as the normal silicone case goes. So being that it's the same material, I would expect this to hold up as well. It does come in two different colors, this white version that I have here, which will look great on a rose gold or a silver iPhone. And then there is a charcoal version that'll look great with that black version. On the original case, the bottom was left open, and that is something that obviously was fixed on the battery case. I don't know if it was fixed or if it's just because of the fact that it has that lightning cable it has to plug in. Now you see, since this does not come with a lightning cable, you have to supply your own, basically the one that came with your phone. And when you charge the case without the phone on there, there is a little light so you can see when this is charging and if it's charged, actually using the cable without the phone on there. To put the phone in, and I actually really like how the phone goes in, the whole body of this is rigid, and then the top flexes down. It is reinforced on the inside, so you're not going to have this like wear out over time, but it does make it very easy to get the phone in and out, which I really like. I hated the Mophie cases when they would clip together on the bottoms, because I felt like the bottom would always come off, and I didn't particularly like having to use a micro USB cable because I had them, but not all the time, so it was kind of nice for here to be able to use a lightning cable that I already have around. When you actually plug that case in, you can see those two battery symbols on the top. So you see your phone's battery remaining as well as the battery pack. Now that little bump on the back, while it looks a little bit odd, it actually makes it fairly comfortable to hold. It kind of gives you a nice little grip, not only with the silicone, but where it is. I kind of actually really like it. It makes it feel a lot better because the iPhone by itself is actually fairly slippery. And I really like my phones naked, but this actually does pretty well. If we break it down between the pros and cons, look at the cold hard facts, I actually find it very comfortable, even though it looks a little bit odd. The silicone material is great. It's a really nice smooth finish. It doesn't get stuck in my pant pockets like I would think that it would. It's got that really easy one-piece design, no parts that come apart that clip and maybe don't clip after a while, so it's really nice, all put together in one piece. It'll fit with most docks. The actual lightning connector is on the back a little bit, so it should fit in most docks, including Apple's first-party option. It has that iOS integration, like you can see it inside of Notification Center, both the battery capacities as well as when you plug it into your phone, so you can see both of them on there, which is a really nice feature that's baked into iOS 9.1 or iOS 9.2. It'll use a lightning cable, so you don't have to have a second cable laying around. You can just use that standard one that you have already. And because of where the battery is and some extra antennas built into the battery pack itself, you will not lose any signal. It actually has antennas and stuff built in, and the battery stays away from that top and bottom, which is where the signal comes through, so you're not going to have any interference there. If we go ahead and look at the con side of the case itself, the first thing up, we have that bump. A lot of people are making fun of that bump, but it's actually not too bad when it's actually in your hand and it feels a little bit more comfortable. Capacity is not great. It's going to give you about 25 hours of talk time, 20 hours of video playing, and that's local stored, not streaming video, and about 18 hours total of web browsing on LTE. So it does pretty good. It's not as much as many competitors out there on the market, such as like the Mophie cases. It is going to be a little bit less than those, so this has about 1877 milliamp hour battery pack compared to the Mophie Juice Pack Air, which is similarly priced, and it's about 2750 milliamp hours, so it's a lot more. But if you're just wearing this all the time, it's not too big of a deal. I think it's meant to stay on your phone and not come off and kind of just give you that battery all the time. Some people don't like the silicone, so the leather ones obviously look a lot better. And the headphone jack is really kind of tiny, so it's going to work with the first party options, but a lot of other ones may not work out there, so you may need an adapter if you have some funky headphones. But I think Bluetooth is the way to go anyway, so it's not too big of a deal as far as I'm concerned. Lastly, this is only for the iPhone 6s, not the 6s Plus or the iPhone 6 Plus, so they only have the smaller version, I guess because the bigger one already has a larger capacity. If you have any questions at all, throw them up in the comments. You can buy it below. Please add MAO Magic to your Apple News feed. Other than that, I guess I'll see you guys next time.